thank you, and certainly I will look forward to working with you on the reauthorization of Transportation Security Agency. Well, Mr. Pistole, the last time you were here, we said this is going to be a tough job. I know you're finding out. And I agree with so much of what the chairman said. Your job is just enormous. Not only are we looking now at the cargo issue, which this committee has been very active in trying to assure that cargo, which is in so many of our passenger planes, as well as bringing goods into our country that we need to know what they are. We've been active, but we have not been able to address that to our satisfaction. And now with the situation with Yemen, it's very clear that once again, we dodged a bullet, if you will, but we've got to have procedures, and I hope that we are going to be working with our the foreign countries where there are gateways into America through aviation, that we will beef that up. And I know that our committee is going to be very active in that area. Secondly, we're going to have intelligence gathering to do that when we are at risk of so many airplanes coming into our airports with cargo, sometimes cargo only, sometimes in the passenger planes. We've got to have intelligence gathering that should be part of your either cooperation or direct control. Of course, you're from the FBI, so you understand that need. Secondly, I mean, you've got to be hearing the outcry about the invasive uses of pat-downs now in the airports. There has to be a way that you can figure out how to do what's necessary, because, you know, we all see people in the airports going through with long skirts and lots of cover-up possibilities, and that's what you're trying to address, and we understand that. There's got to be a way, however, for a privacy concern to be addressed, because it's legitimate. And I know that you're aware of it, but we've got to see some action. And I know the Secretary is as well. I've heard her say that she is concerned about the privacy, but I think we've got to do more. The outcry is huge. And I will just end by saying that, well, I have two more things to say. One is, I've also mentioned before that I'm concerned about our ports, which are also entries into America, and our trains, our surface transportation. We've got to make sure that we're doing everything we can before the originality of our enemy comes forth, rather than always playing catch-up, which is what we seem to do. And it's good that we learn from the past, that we learn from the mistakes, that we learn from the new iterations of the plots. However, we've got to start anticipating through intelligence what they're up to before it happens. The last thing I will mention is that it's my understanding that you haven't made any decision about changing the federal law that prohibits screeners from striking. I hope that you, with all that's on your plate, I hope that you will not try to change what is the law in this country. I think if you did decide to go the other way, that there would be an upheaval in Congress and there would be great efforts to prevent it from happening. I don't think that's a fight that we want right now, when we should be concentrating on all these other issues that both the chairman and I have mentioned. So with that, I'm glad you're here. I appreciate your being here. And I think that in your short time, you are getting your hands around this, but our job is to have oversight and tell you what we think needs to be a priority, and hope to work with you on that. Thank you very much.
Senator Hutchison, thank you very much. We are going to begin some votes here in the Senate, I believe at 11 o'clock today. We have only one witness,